Yeah, right. Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Stoudemire out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Williams at the point guard position.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Stoudemire outside. Tracy McGrady on the wing. Back to Stoudemire. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is. And finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some... And both free throws good for Stoudemire.
Yeah, and Stoudemire really one of the deadliest big men in the game. His combination of power and speed and finishing, wow, unique.
Green inside the three-point line. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The shot's good from Stoudemire.
And how about the mindset of Williams? Just constantly on the lookout to set up his teammates.
Over in the corner, Green. And he slams it down right on top of Amare.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Now Williams. Green's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Green inside. He's covered by Isaac, and it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. It's stolen by McGrady. Here's the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the jam by Stoudemire.
You know, the connection Stoudemire has with his teammates on these alley-oops, really special and simpatico.
Outside, Green. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Williams. Misses from short range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Isaac. Goes back up. And Robinson with the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Here's Williams. Gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Outside, Robinson. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Love. And here comes the break. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Love.
We're dangerous on the fast break. Spencer Dinwiddie, so fast and gets up and down quickly.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Williams against Dinwiddie. Williams in the post. Leonard's there. Williams gets the bucket. Gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Dinwiddie finds Leonard. From 13 feet, it goes down. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
McGrady. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Concentration on display. This is why McGrady's a top player in my mind. I mean, he makes tough, contested shots inside.
Robinson with the block. From about 19 feet, missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game. Leonard attacking. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's now 6 points for Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Williams looking over the floor. Passes to Stoudemire. Good. Stoudemire's got 10. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Here's Green. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Dinwiddie against Williams. A lot of guys like to shoot off the dribble, but Clark, there are some that really are better at it, shooting off that catch in the NBA.
Yeah, and who do you have in mind, Kevin? I got a couple of names that I'm thinking about. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking Klay Thompson, because that backcourt is so prolific, and he's been so great at that, and that's kind of been his trademark.
Yeah, it has been. Redick would be another guy.
Yes, another good
I think that would come to mind. And even though he's later in his career now, but Kyle Korver, one of the very best we've had in the league at shooting off the catch.
Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball, excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific.
Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
Both free throws good from Green. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Williams against Dinwiddie. Outside Robinson. And good that time. Robinson's got 6 points.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
On the wing, Green. He's covered by Isaac. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's Leonard. Blanket blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 8.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
They have not led for a while. A chance to do so here.
Well, they'd like to retake the lead on this possession.
Pass to Stoudemire. To the inside, and it's blocked.
Well, it's rare to see a block shot from a perimeter player like Dinwiddie, but good job that time.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
The drive by Green. Nice D from Williams. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Stoudemire. Plays it up and banks it in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here's Green. He's covered by Isaac. Outside, Green shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
And we'll be back with you shortly.
Check for me. Check for me. Cause back then they didn't used to check, but now they invite to my insight. It's an L site, but it feels like